Yo, 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 what's up? Of course, I always start off the show with the mute there, but how's it going? Hopefully, you guys had a great weekend and a lot of Starcraft playing. I know a lot of people have been playing because the upcoming GM ladder is going to be going into effect, I think, tomorrow morning. So I know a lot of people are powering and actually practicing for tournaments coming up this week, too. So lots of good StarCraft playing, and it's always great because more viewers for streams and all that good stuff, right? But tonight, for episode 23, we have Aurora from Team Legion. She's going to be the first female player I've had for a spotlight show, and she's a Zerg player, so it's going to be even better because it's a Zerg spotlight. And I'm a Zerg player, so I particularly enjoy enjoy these shows. But it's going to be great to have her on and showcase her skills. She's a high diamond. She's trying to get into GM right now, and she's kind of one of those people that have been trying to power into GM, the last few days. So, that'd be pretty great if she was, I guess, the first female to, get into GM on the North American ladder. That'd be really, really cool to see that. And she's going to be basically walking us through 3 replays, doing just analysis on them and kind of explaining logic and strategic decision making so that we can hopefully we can learn a few things. And then whatever time's left after that, we're going to have her walk through a few live games against hopefully some Terran players. I'd like to see her do some ZVT for us. But at this time, why don't I bring her on? Let me switch this over. Just 1 second. Hey, Aurora, are you there?
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Here. Pretty good, pretty good. How
Cool.
are you?
Good, good. So I was just explaining to everybody just kind of what we're going to be doing tonight with the format, but I guess it'd be great just to kind of see what you've been up to and maybe what kind of plans you have in the near future.
Well, basically, I've just been practicing StarCraft. We recently moved into our new house, so, been doing a little bit of home renovation. Other than that, I just try to compete in as many online tournaments or, practice sessions as I can. I made it up to #1 in my division, so I'm
Awesome.
trying to get that Grandmaster spot. And other than that, just practicing.
Awesome. I know tomorrow morning's the big day, so I know a lot of people are trying to get those GM spots, so should be pretty cool to see who actually gets in.
Yeah.
But let's see. Why don't we jump right in to some replays?
Okay, cool.
And let me bring up the game here. And for those of you who again, for those of you who've never seen the show, let's see. What we'd like to do is we like to have we're going to have Aurora here walk through 3 of her replays that she chose that I think have really good discussion points. I think tonight we're going to do one of each matchup, one ZVT, one ZVZ, and one ZVP. And I think the first one we'll do is, what do you think? You want to do the ZVP first?
Yeah,
That sound
sure.
good? Let's do the game 3 versus Puck.
Okay.
And let me switch the screen here. Okay, so why don't we fast forward to 2 minutes, and then we'll kind of get your feelings on ZVP and just kind of a general overview of it.
Okay.
Because nothing happens in the first 2 minutes, right?
Usually.
Yeah, usually, unless you have 6 full or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on ZVP, and what do you think of the metagame and just?
Oh, am I pausing 2 minutes?
Yes,
right now?
pausing at 2
Okay.
minutes.
Well, ZVP, it's a interesting matchup in my opinion. When they take like a fast expansion, it kind of lets the Zerg, drone up. It's like really based on like if you're scouting, you have to look at their extractors. You have to be getting information at all times. So, you really just have to be prepared. You have to be scouting out, seeing what your opponent's doing, because it's hard to just like blindly try to do something in ZVP.
Right.
It'll bite you in the butt.
Right.
So that's kind of my motto. Know what your opponent's doing at all times, basically.
Oh, guys, I just realized I just misspoke. I did it again. Jeez, she's high master, not high diamond, low GM. Jeez, I like did that earlier when we were talking. She's high master, low GM, guys. So I got that wrong when I was doing intro. Sorry, but okay. That's cool. So do you think this is one of your stronger matchups, or?
Yeah, yes and no. Sometimes I'm kind of a moody StarCraft player.
Okay.
If I get a good read on what my opponent's doing, I feel like I can really do good in ZVP. Like in this particular game, I had a pretty good idea of I think I had a pretty good idea of what my opponent was doing. So I was kind of prepared for it. And, I think it can definitely be, hit or miss, but I really do enjoy ZVP because, I can usually at least know what's coming,
Right.
As opposed to ZVZ where it can be like 1 minute you're droning up, the next minute there's 500 lanes in your face.
Exactly. It's very tense, that matchup is. But
Yeah.
yeah, ZVP has that dynamics that's really cool. It's like so many different things, kind of different, counterings and or counter, like your strategies change so much in one game, right? So it's really cool. What do you think of this map, Shatter Temple?
I think it's a pretty good map. It's obviously better than what it originally was back when it had that ledge, with siege tanks and stuff. It's probably not one of my favorite maps, specifically for like ZVT, because sometimes Terran will just 2-racks like every game, and
Right.
They'll send a bunch of like 3 or 4 ZVs and wall off your little ramp right there, and it's obviously not a perfect map in my opinion, but it's a pretty standard map. I think everyone knows how to play it.
Yeah.
It's a pretty recognized map, and I'm sure they'll keep it on the ladder, or future versions of this. But,
Yeah.
It's not my favorite, but it's still a good map in my opinion. So.
Okay, cool. Let's get this started. So it's 19 minutes. Why don't we just go faster through this so that we can kind of talk while we're beginning of this. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Okay, so pull first.
Yeah, that's one of my standard ZVP openings. I try to avoid fast expanding. Just because Protoss will train. A lot of times they'll try and take advantage of that, and they'll like pile on behind your expansion minerals and put down cannons. So I like to get a pull out. Sometimes I will try and send 2 drones to try and take my expansion. You can usually micro your way to that expansion.
Right.
And then once I put that down, I just get my extractor. And I'll usually mine up to 100 gas, and then just get the speed, and then just drone up from there.
Okay, so and what's the logic behind getting the speed so soon? Because I know a lot of people just wait even later to get gas when they open pull first.
Sometimes my opponents will play a little bit greedy, and they'll a lot of times in a situation like this when they're doing a 3-gate expand, they'll make a couple sentries. They'll position them out. Down their ramp, trying to expand.
Right.
And I'll make a few lings, like maybe 10 lings or something, and I'll see if I can't, work them in there and maybe pick off a couple centuries, because I think it's a pretty minimal investment to have those lings on the field, and I think it can do a lot of damage,
Right.
Especially on a map like this, where they'll usually do a 3-gate expand.
Yes, yeah, that's true. Even it's pretty good against a 1-gate expand too, right?
Yeah, they don't usually do 1-gate.
Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy.
But I just like having those lings on the field, and a lot of times a Protoss will, chrono boost out like an extra stalker or something, and try and harass your expansion a little bit,
right.
Try and kill a queen, and having those lings is pretty helpful in my opinion.
Right.
Like if you see up at his base, he's like sitting there with like a sentry or something, and then a lot of times I'll be able to run in there, maybe kill a sentry, maybe get a good surround.
Just really huge, killing sentries early.
Oh yeah, because they have so much time to just gather energy for those force fields, which are absolutely killer if they do some kind of timing push.
Right. So you got the 100 gas, and now you obviously took them off gas, so you can get some more minerals.
Yeah.
So how fast do you get thirds usually on?
Well, against like a forge fast expand, I would probably have a third by now already.
Right.
But against this, and especially on this map, since I have to
Break the rock.
destroy these destructible rocks,
Right.
it's obviously delayed a little bit. As you can see, I'm kind of destroying the gold rocks right now with my Zerglings.
Mhm.
Now would probably be a good time to invest in that, you know. Plus, I have an Overlord kind of in position to scout out my enemy, you know, see what he's kind of doing
Right.
over at his base, like at a certain timing. But yeah, using my obviously I can't do any damage to him right now with those lings. So I think instead of just having them sit there, I might as well just break down these rocks. You know?
Right. Okay, so like right now, what's your plan right now?
My plan, you know, I think I threw down an Evo chamber, getting some gas, you know, just making money. I think I have a drone. Yeah, I have a drone over there. I'm just gonna take an expansion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just I send in an overlord to try and get a little bit of information. You know, my job is just like economy right now.
Right. So that you haven't really, in your mind, you haven't really decided if you're going Roach or Muta or.
Yeah.
Okay.
I put down an Evo chamber.
Right.
Yeah, I think at this point, I start researching +1 melee because usually when you, or at least when I go mutiling, I like to get +1 melee to accompany the mutilants.
I see. Yep. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, I have 4 gas geysers going, and my third is down.
Right.
Or I just put down my third. So, you know, just
So
going the mutiling path right now.
Right. So are you worried about a 6 gate timing or
It was in the back of my mind. I tried to send my overlord to check out the gas on the Protoss expansion because
Right.
if you can find out what your opponent their expansion gas looks like,
Right.
you can have a whole lot of intelligence as to what's going on, especially like in forge fast expand situations.
Right.
Like if you see like no gas on their expansions, then it's probably going to be some kind of stalker, 6 gate, whatever. Like, but if you see like both gas, then you know it could be like void rays or something.
Right.
You know, but in this case, he took all of his gas, you know, and you know, he's taking a third, so he's playing pretty passively, you know.
Okay.
So it
Yeah, that's
kind
good
of
to
gives
know.
me gives me time to, you know, take this gold, break down these rocks, you know, back behind my base, you know, possibly take a fourth.
Right.
You know, and I think I even tried to break down the rocks to his third,
Right.
so I could maybe do a little bit of harassment.
No, that's great that you make that read and you're so confident about it that you pretty much didn't make any units, right? So it's pretty cool that you can do that because you're obviously droning up efficiently because of it.
Yeah, and the really cool thing about mutilating is you're so, you know, you're so versatile. Like if they push out, you know, you can run into their base.
Right,
know, or
exactly. Counter.
You know.
Trying to break those rocks. That's cool.
Yeah. So I think I oversaturated my gold a little bit.
Playing like a Terran.
Yeah, this was like game 3 of a clan where, you know, we were tied 1-1.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
I was a little bit nervous at this point. You know, he's like, I think he was like top 10 grandmaster or something. So I was like, oh my gosh.
Okay.
So you always make a couple mistakes, like oversaturating a base or something. But you know, as long as you keep your cool, I think you can do good. You know.
Okay, so you got an overseer.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. Is that for observers or just for DTs or?
You sometimes I don't know. I think I have a pretty decent eye for spotting like an observer moving over a map. You know. And sometimes I'll just get an overseer just for that, or I'll get an overseer just in case of DTs.
Right.
You know, I think it's always good to at least have an overseer, you know,
right.
just somewhere. You know, especially putting it in a congregation point for your army, so they can't just watch, you know, your composition of your army.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
You know,
that's smart.
Yeah, and I think I was doing a little bit of harass, you know, with the mutas, but the main goal of these mutas, in my opinion, is to kind of just keep the Protoss like stuck in his base.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Because they're not inflicting really that much damage, but you know, in the meantime, the Protoss, he's like got like 10 stalkers over here, a few stalkers over here, a few stalkers over here. You know, he's got blink, so you know he's kind of stuck in his base.
Right.
You know, so it kind of gives me free reign over the map. So I think I take a fifth or something.
Okay, so you're just expanding over the map, and composition-wise, I see you're going to Hive. Is Is that pretty
Yeah,
much what you're going to be dumping all your resources
yeah,
into? Okay.
yeah. I don't even get drones on the fifth base. I'm only focused on getting those extractors.
Right.
Um, I feel
Yeah.
like I'm in a position to counterattack at any time. But I just go into hive tech, and I'm gonna obviously plan on going like infestor broodlord. You know,
Awesome. Yep.
or yeah,
Yeah. I mean, if they definitely give you that open, that time to do it, man, that's so
yeah,
strong. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'd say he could have been a little bit more aggressive with his units.
Hmm.
Um, but if they give you the time, if they just sit back on 3 base, and tech up, then you absolutely, as a Zerg, you have to take control of the map.
Right.
You have to get those gas. You have to get your money, your economy set up. You know,
Hmm.
but
So you're throwing down the spines too, just kind of starting the spine wall. That's cool.
yeah, it kind of lets you, it zones off the area a little bit. I had a lot of money from the gold. I had a lot of extra resources I was making.
Right.
And, putting down spines, they probably won't kill a whole lot of enemy units, but they buy you time, like if you notice he's coming for you, well, that might give you the time you need for your broodlords to finish morphing. Or,
Yes, definitely.
you know,
Which in this case, I think that was actually the case.
yeah, because like if I build like 7, 8 spines, I could have built even more. But had I not built them, I would have just had like 2,000 minerals just
Right.
sitting there.
So talk to me about the Ultralisk cavern.
Yeah, I I had been researching plus melee attack to go with the for the lings earlier on.
Right.
And I figure I have so much control of the map. I have so much economy. I feel like if I can transition out of broodlords into ultras, if I can survive whatever attack he's doing. And right now, as you can see, my spine crawlers are just buying time for those broodlords that are morphing.
Yeah. So right now, what are you thinking here? I mean, you really, really nervous here, or?
Yeah, I'm pretty nervous. I'm using fungal growth to kind of hold them in place, just extra few seconds.
Okay.
I'm kind of DPSing down the stalkers with fungal growth.
Gotcha.
But,
Just trying to stall for the broodlords.
Yeah, it actually kind of worked out pretty
Yeah,
good.
exactly. I think it's pretty perfect timing there.
Yeah. So at this point, he's obviously kind of in a little bit of trouble, and I have
Yep.
considerable resource advantage, in my opinion.
And tech-wise, you're ahead of them tech-wise too. So.
Yeah. So at this point, I have to, go forward and force him to build units. Get him panicked a little bit.
Right.
And in the meantime, I'm going to do a transition into Ultralisk. I have noticed he doesn't have any, immortals or anything like that.
Right.
He doesn't have very many zealots. Just a bunch of stalkers.
Yeah. A few archons mixed in now, but that's still not. I mean, our ultras are still decent, at least against them.
Yeah.
Oh man, just crushing that.
Yeah. And I thought they were actually usually, ultras can be really hit or miss.
Yes.
In any matchup, really. I usually only use them against Terran players, but
Right.
in this context, I had so much of a resource advantage. I thought, what better way to spend all this money? To back up all these broodlords with, a bunch of ultras.
Right. Just a tank.
Yeah. I mean, especially because this guy's composition is only stalkers.
Yep.
But, I don't know. I thought it was one of the.
No, this is working out great.
Yeah. Although it's not to say that Ultralists are a perfect unit.
Oh, it's far from that, of course, but.
I think you can waste a lot of money on Ultralists.
Right.
I
Right.
think maybe they should be changed at least a little bit. I think they're gonna get like a charge or something.
Yeah, which will be so sick.
Yeah. But if you have a huge advantage,
Okay, so is this like, are you thinking killing below right here, or?
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
I have such an advantage. If I feel like if I can destroy this Nexus, I'll probably be in a situation where I can pretty much win the game.
Right.
Yeah, and then I destroy the Nexus.
So if he would have held this off a little bit better, would you have gone straight back to Broodlord?
I would have. Yeah, that might have been what I would have done. I probably would have saturated that extra base at the end a little bit more. Yeah, switch over to Broodlord again. I don't know. I just would have kept going. Maybe built some more infestors, but
Okay.
other than that, I thought it worked out pretty good.
No, I did. I mean, I totally get why you were, pretty much building like the Lings and the Ultras just to, it's just very mobile and can reinforce like almost
Yeah,
instantly. So, totally
yeah.
got where you did it. I was just curious as to like if you would have just gone back to the hammer of the Broodlords again, if you had to. But okay, great. Yeah, that was good game. Did you win the clan war from that game?
Yeah, I sure did. I won 2-3 against Puck.
Awesome.
So I was pretty proud. I was pretty proud of that.
No, that's awesome. No, you looked good there. And I noticed that you didn't even build a Roach Warren at all there, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, sometimes roaches are, roaches have their place. They're a really useful unit, but I didn't feel like I needed them that particular game. So.
Right, right. No, that's cool. Okay, so let's go to replay number 2. I think the ZVT one would be good here.
Okay.
So Aurora versus Light.
All right, let me find that real quick.
Okay, sure. Do the same thing. We'll run it to 2 minutes.
Okay. Then you'll do like 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I'll do 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Aurora's a noob on the show. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I do this all the time. Not.
Exactly. I'm just kidding. So while you're looking for it, what do you think of ZVT?
1 sec, I'm just pausing at 2 minutes. Okay, pause. ZVT, it's always actually been my favorite matchup.
Oh, wow. Okay. Explain.
Not so much because I think, it's balanced or, I enjoy having Marines destroy my guys, but it's because I can kind of understand what's going on. I feel like I know what to expect, I feel like, well, at this point, there's probably going to be a bunch of siege tanks, a bunch of Marines coming towards my base.
I see.
I feel like it makes the most sense to me. Like I said earlier, having a ZVZ, you have, you're droning 1 second and you're getting freaking banelings all over your base, the next minute,
Right.
And ZVT, I feel like it's a lot more predictable. And that's kind of why I enjoy playing this particular matchup.
Okay, great. Yeah, it's just more. I guess it's just more understanding timings. Is that really?
Yeah, and I feel like I can counter. I feel like I know how to counter. Like this particular thing pretty well. This particular thing pretty well. It's I don't know. I guess everyone likes one particular matchup more than the other.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think it's a decent matchup in my opinion.
So with the current metagame, I know a lot of Zergs are heading towards more the Ling Infestor Ultra type of style versus the old style Muta Bling. What's your thoughts on that?
I've always been a big advocate of the Ultra Ling Infestor Baneling kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's always been my kind of gameplay. I know it became popular a while back, but I've been doing that for a long time. I like to put down a couple Evo chambers. I like to focus on spreading my creep. I like to have banelings ready to go. I like to eventually tech into ultras, and have a good control on the map. And it's just a really good way to play, in my opinion.
Right. No, I've started doing it too. It's really good.
Obviously, it has some drawbacks. You make a ton of lings and stuff, and all of a sudden they run into your base with like 500 Hellions, and it's like, oh my god, why did I do that?
Exactly.
But it's a pretty solid way of playing. When I went to IPL3, I played against Cowie Rice, and I did this kind of style, and I played I think it was a really good game. I was able to tech up the ultras, but I lost in the end. But I really like this style of play.
Yeah, that's definitely good. Okay, so should we get started?
Yeah, sure.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and on faster too.
Oh, faster. Okay.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so do you like to open hatch first, or 15 hatch?
Yeah, that's pretty much my standard opener against a Terran opponent, especially on a map like this, like on the Tal'Darim Altar. You have such a big gap between the bases. You don't really have to worry too much about like a 2-Rex, unless it's like a proxy to 2-Rex. That's just insane in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
I honestly am not even sure how you're supposed to, properly stop something like that. But
Right.
whatever. But I think on this map, in a normal game, opening hatch first is a pretty solid thing to do versus a zero.
Right. How do you like? Where do you send your overlords in the beginning?
I like to send them along the edges of the map. A lot of times you can get like a good read on like if you see that your opponent has gas, then you can pretty much roll out like a 2-Rex, or if you see they're doing this or this or this. But usually I'll send it. I think I sent it. Yeah, I sent it just straight up north, up to his base, and it was lucky that I found him right away. But I like to later on in the game. It's really a good idea, in my opinion, to have overlords like in the shrouded areas on the side of the map. Especially helps you if they try and like do drops
Right.
and multi drops later on, because then you can spot it and kind of react to it.
I noticed you don't drone scout with the 15.
Yeah, it's just never really been something I've done.
Really? Wow,
I know some players absolutely feel like they have to drone scout. And I know some other players feel like it's unnecessary.
Okay.
In a lot of smaller maps, I can usually find out what they're doing with my overlord just by looking at their gas. But in this particular map, I felt like even if he had done a 2-Rex, I could have defended it with my 15 hatch. Just because of the size of this map. So I didn't feel like a drone scout was really all that necessary.
Okay. Okay, so now you know he's top right. You see the gas, so no 2-Rex or any craziness like that.
Yeah.
So early CC though.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I guess this guy kind of had the same mentality that I had. It's like, well,
Right.
there's such a big space. On Terran, I think I can get away with, putting a command center right here. That's cool.
Yeah, well,
I think it's perfectly viable on this map.
yeah. So when you see the 3CC opening, how do you react to that? Anything differently than you?
I don't know if I actually scouted out that this was particularly that opening.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a Hellion, expand kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't think actually he is doing it, but I was just kind of wondering like what you normally do whenever you see.
You could try and put on like some roach pressure.
Oh wow.
If you really wanted to take advantage of that.
Right.
But otherwise, you can just try and just take your drone up, break down your rocks, take
Right.
a third. Try to play it like like you're playing a protest. I don't know.
I see. That's
economy.
interesting. Right.
Economy is such a big deal in this game. It's just crazy.
Okay, so Roach Warrior, talk to me about that.
Recently, a lot of Terrans, they'll just make like, even if they're not going mech, they'll make like 8 or 9 freaking Hellions, and it is so annoying. You can't spread your creep. Like this guy, he's positioning them like right outside of my base,
Right.
and I think his objective is to kill any creep tumors, not let me spread my creep,
Sure.
so that when he comes and tries to kill me with his big attack later on, I won't have any creep, I won't have banelings on creep,
Right.
It'll just make it all the better for him. And I feel like, if you can get at least a few roaches out, you can push those guys back, you can push them back, and then you're pretty much free to spread the creep,
Right.
however you want, and if it turns out, well, they're doing something cheesy like 500 Hellions, then, well, you have roaches, but you don't have to commit to like a huge roach army or anything like that.
Right.
But I think it's really useful to have a roach one. And at least having a few roaches to just push back those stupid Hellions that try and stop you from spreading your creep.
Right.
Because they are very, very effective at kind of zoning you off like that.
So you double expand here.
Yeah. I felt like I had a lot of money. I threw down a evo chamber. I think I delayed my layer. I'm not going mute as this game, obviously.
Right.
I feel like my creep spread's pretty decent so far. Yeah, I have quite a bit of minerals right now.
Okay.
You know, I'm just droning up. You know, I'm trying to have one of my philosophies about this game is, you know, always have units on standby. You know, ready to go because you never know when these guys can attack. So, you know, well, he's coming after
Here he
me. So,
comes.
yeah, I have a transfuse. I use a transfuse. You know, on the spine crawler. It helps me actually kill one of the hellions. You know, and then he's scanning my creep, and you know, in this time, my baneling nest was actually just finished here, so it was kind of hit or miss. But
Right.
I
Little
felt like I
tense
had
right
enough.
now.
I felt like I had enough guys to defend, just barely, absolutely barely.
Right. Which is the
But
best thing to have, just barely.
yeah,
Zergs always like to barely defend it, so.
I was a little greedy by taking that additional expansion down in the south.
6 o'clock,
Southern,
yeah.
yeah, I was a little bit greedy, and but you know I was able to defend. So that was pretty good. And I actually spotted this dropship coming in with one of the creep tumors or something.
Right.
So it lets you react. You know, especially if you had an overlord over there, it would be so easy to react to, you know, incoming drops. So this guy is trying to do a drop while he pushes out. So it's a lot of pretty good Terran players will do something like this.
Right.
So they'll try to catch you off guard. You know, they'll do a drop, push out, blah blah blah. There's just drops all over the map. It's very hard to deal with sometimes. You know. So that's why I'm just a big advocate. Sometimes I'll make like an extra queen here, a couple extra queens, just for the sake of spreading creep, you know.
I see.
Although he did scan and kill my creep earlier, so obviously I have to get back to spreading it.
Right. So how do you,
Meantime,
you know, because you're not going to go muted, like how are you how are you going to defend, I guess, drops, like from a high level standpoint?
I have banelings on standby, lings all within my base.
Okay.
Just ready to go. I just keep an eye on the mini map. You know, at any given time, I know what's being dropped into my base. You know, you have to be, you know, absolutely, you know, up to date about what's going on. Like down at the 6 o'clock, I know I couldn't really defend that very well if he dropped, so I put down a couple spines over there. His spines are actually pretty useful against they're not good at killing units, but they're good at holding stuff
Stalling
off
them, yeah.
while your guys can actually come.
Okay, so it looks like you were going to check to see if he had a third there, and
Yeah.
looks like he was ready for that. Now he's pushing out, but you're just still going anyways. Okay.
I like to counterattack if I know I can get back in time. I like to run into their base and counterattack, and like in this case, it actually really paid off. I think I killed like 15 SUVs.
Oh yes,
some SUVs, you know. And in fact, he completely ran back. You know, he's like, "Oh my god!"
Right, which is like best case scenario for you.
Yeah, this is absolutely perfect. Gives me time to spread my creep. Gives me, you know, free SUV
wow,
kills.
you get into his base. Holy smokes.
Yeah,
okay.
you know, it's absolutely perfect. You know, he's divided up his army quite a bit. These Zerglings have paid for themselves. Like, here comes the drop, you know, or here comes the big attack. But in that time, I morphed all of these banelings, you know.
Right.
And you know, so that counter, you know, like I don't know if I've heard some other people say this, but they say Zerg is supposed to be, you know, a reactive race. We're supposed to be able to, you know, react to what our opponents are doing.
Right.
So, you know, if they want to come and attack us, then, you know, we can use this time to run around and go into their base, or we can use this time to, you know, morph in banelings. So, that's pretty much my philosophy.
Right.
Especially in ZVP, you know, if you're doing like mutilating, like run into their base. But just that one little counterattack, you know, if you have the watchtowers, you can, you know, having those watchtowers is absolutely critical, especially in Zerg, you know. Just know what your opponent's doing, especially at the higher level, because, you know, you can't be in the dark when you're playing.
Right.
You know, that's a good player, especially a Terran player.
I'm noticing you're banking a lot. So do you typically build macro hatches? I mean, because I know a lot of high level players do.
Yeah, later on I'll throw down a couple macro hatches.
Okay.
I let my money kind of skyrocket a little bit while I was trying to micro all those lings in the middle of his base and set up that little counterattack army.
Well, you're also just building lings, you know what I mean? So it's hard to even spend that money when you have I think you have 4 hatch right now. Yeah, you're on 4 hatch right now.
Yeah. I think I'm morphing my hive. I set up another Evo chamber, just trying to go for the whole, you know, melee / armor, you know, get up and then transition into ultimates eventually.
Okay.
Yeah, and just droning up down at that 6 o'clock position. I think if Zerg is at least a base ahead of their enemy, you'll be in a pretty decent shape.
Right, right,
And I was trying to be a little bit greedy and take that other base over there, but it's like in a little path that Terrans will normally try and drop you on. So
right.
kind of hard.
Well, at
I
least it
didn't
didn't
feel like
finish.
yeah, I couldn't really commit a lot of guys to protect over there, in my opinion. So, it's like, as long as I stay one base up, I think I'm doing good. Although, if you can, crap, take as many bases as you want.
Right, of course. So right now, what are you trying to gear up for? I mean, are you just trying to,
Yeah,
basically defend until you get to Hive, or are
yeah.
you?
I'm
Okay,
just focusing on my creep. I'm getting it as close to his base as possible.
right,
I'm trying to defend from all these little drops. I'm just trying to minimize the damage I take.
right,
I'm taking up to Hive adrenal glands, and I'm working on all of my melee upgrades. And I have fungal growth researched. So I'm just going for the whole Ling Bling Infester, Ultra.
got it.
And I feel like I have a lot of minerals to be able to pump out like a ton of Lings, And all those little drops are annoying, but because you have that spine there, it's not actually really doing any damage to my opponents.
Right,
I think that's
but he's not doing much to you though.
yeah.
So
I mean, it's annoying, but see, one of the benefits of having my creep spread is I can see this army way up here.
Yeah, totally.
And unless he wants to siege up right there and start a staggered attack, I can usually run in and kill him. In this case, I didn't feel like I could at that particular moment, but I just have so much creep. I can absolutely see everything that's going on. I could run around. I could counterattack right now because I know he's sieged up. There's just so many options when you have decent creep spread.
Right. So how many units would you counter with if you were to counter?
I probably wouldn't want to just run into.
Well, it looks like you are doing it actually.
Oh, I thought you meant like attacking his army.
Oh,
Like,
no, I meant like countering his base.
oh yeah, I just got a pretty decent number of Lings. They all have adrenal glands, I think, and they can inflict a ton of damage. And like I'm just running in there. I think I get a bunch of SCVs or something.
Right. Yeah.
In the meantime, he's sieging up, trying to take a position at my natural
Right.
or my third. Well, I just killed a whole bunch of SCVs. So in that time, I was just morphing banelings, getting some infestors ready to go, and I try to send the banelings into the middle before I don't A move them, and they actually hit really effectively. Especially if they're on creep, banelings can hit really good. Throw in a few fungals in there.
Right.
You pretty much clean up an army like that. Yeah. And I think at this point, my first Ultralists are popping.
Right. So your next army is going to be full of Ultralists, okay?
Yeah, he doesn't have any SCVs in his expansion anymore, so as long as I can hold on like the next attack, it should be pretty much in GG.
Right, I see. So you never worry about the medevac count building up, since you're, obviously you don't build any air units really to kill them, so...
Obviously it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Like I said, I just try to have banelings on standby, ready to go.
Right.
A really good amount, that's why I said I try to focus on the creep.
Yeah, that's the great thing about Banes, is that they do so much instant damage that...
Yeah, I know some playing some Terrans, they just have insane marine micro. It's impossible. Even if you're on creep, sometimes you can like surround your enemy with Zerglings and just like hit them with banelings, but it's kind of my thing to have those things ready to go and on standby, especially if they have a huge medevac count like that.
Right.
In this case, I think I've got a pretty big advantage though.
So what do you like about the Ultras here?
I can. They're actually really good, especially when they're really upgraded like this. I have a bunch of wings, Professor Terrans. I just kill all of his tanks with this. They're just doing a ton of damage. They're killing a lot of stuff. And in the meantime, I'm just reinforcing with like tons of wings back at my base.
Right.
They are just doing a lot of damage in my opinion. Obviously, they could be better units. For the amount of tech that they should have killed those Marines a lot easier.
Yeah, I mean, so really in that engagement, the Ultras are really there to take out the tanks, right? And then you can pretty much take out Marines with Ling Bane.
Yeah, like he clumps his tanks together, and like they absolutely just shoot through the tanks.
Right.
The Marines, you can micro those to kill ultras, but they took care of the tanks,
Yep.
and that's really the big problem.
Yeah,
Like
because the
and
Ling
I
Blings
just
are just so powerful against a
yeah
non-tank army.
yeah. His upgrades are pretty good, but I
Mm-hmm.
think 2-2. So. And in the meantime, I'm just trying to counter. I try to snipe off this fortress before it becomes a planetary fortress. And that actually
Right.
worked out really
Oh
well.
wow, it's just in time too.
You see that's just the
So
power of
close.
Zerg. You have the ability to kind of choose where you want to fight, I guess,
Right, I see.
or choose to counter based on what your opponent's doing.
I see. No, that's cool. I mean, yeah, I like how you're using the mobility here. It's great.
Yeah, but, I think he's probably got one or two more big pushes, because I didn't want to try to roll into his base and kill him, because even at a disadvantage, trying to push into a Terran base is
Right.
kind of hard to do, because just Marines and tanks can just inflict so much damage.
I
So
mean,
I was just trying to play
are you
safe.
thinking about starving him at this point, or are you still
Yeah,
just okay?
that was one of the primary reasons why I went to snipe that
That board.
planetary fortress.
Yeah. All right, got a big line here. Pretty good. This should be a good engagement.
Yeah, I try to let the ultras run in first.
Yeah,
while
that's
the big
smart.
trail behind them. And
Smart.
increases their effectiveness quite a bit.
Nice to put the roaches in there too. So do you use fungal much with the infestors? Because I don't think I've seen you fungal much.
His units were very well spread
Yeah,
out.
they were definitely.
I felt like it would probably be better if I just threw down a bunch of infested Terrans, because I didn't think I could get too many units in a fungal. But obviously, fungal is super effective.
Right. Cool.
It's a really, really good spell.
But yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. If the Marines are split, it's a waste of the energy, really.
Yeah. I'd rather just throw down some infested Terrans to stoke up some shots, even if they don't do much damage.
Got it. Yeah.
Infested Terrans are really good, in my opinion.
Right.
Very good. In the meantime, he's kind of out of money, pretty much. And he's just doing a few little drops on my base, but like I said, I have banelings ready to go, and you can kind of deal with that.
All right, so you're taking another base there, and just cleaning up basically anything he's doing. So yeah, definitely got a good
run
control.
them out of money,
Yeah, and I think a lot of people make that mistake. They keep trying to just go into their base and try to kill them, when in reality, you just have to keep them off of forts. I mean, that's all you have to do.
You'll watch some of their streams, and they'll say, if you're ahead, then stay ahead. You don't have to actually run in there, and try and kill them at that particular moment. If you can build on your advantage, then more power to you.
Right. Exactly. All right, looks like you definitely have a firm grip on this game.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm not sure how he could win. I mean, he'd have to have some crazy drops. I mean,
yeah. I probably would have GG'd at this point if I was this guy.
Yeah.
To be honest, but it's cool. I've seen Terrans come back.
Yeah, Terrans can come back from nothing. The one race that can seriously.
Power of renewal not to be underestimated.
Seriously, and 3/3 Marines, man.
That's why you never ever want to be wasteful, against a Terran.
Right.
You don't want to waste your units if you don't think you can kill them.
Okay, so you have a grader here too. So I guess in case you need to go to.
I have so much money, so much. I might as well tech up to it. Just just so I can break down his wall without taking any losses. Just to be certain to win. I just take all possible ways of winning this game.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Clean this up and.
I really love that sensor tower. I've seen that word more often.
Oh, sensor towers? Yeah, they're great.
They're so good in my opinion. It's I don't think they use those things enough.
Yeah, when they're sieging, when they're basically slow sieging or playing like a split map type of thing. Oh man.
Yeah, I've played some Terrans who they build command centers all over the map and planetary fortresses and sensor towers. It's so hard to play against someone who does something like that.
Right, exactly.
Oh my gosh, what do I do?
Okay, well, this looks like the last push for him.
Yeah. I think this is
So yeah,
it.
so let's talk about this engagement. So you usually send the, well, actually you're running back. Oh, you're running back to your spines?
Yeah, I had like 3,000 minerals, and I figured why not just throw up a bunch of spines, Otherwise,
Right.
they would just be sitting there. In the meantime, I'm worth like 30, 40 banelings. I try to run around from a couple different sides, I think. Or I do a counterattack, actually. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I see.
Because, if he sieges up, then it just gives you the time to run into his base.
Yeah, so I mean, like that decision there. I mean, are you ever afraid of a base trade scenario or?
I would have been, but like I said, I put up all the spines,
Yeah,
and I
exactly.
had all the banelings on standby, as well as a bunch of ultralisks.
Right.
So I felt like I could use those lanes to just counterattack.
I see.
I think I killed the rest of his SUVs, so the game's
Well,
pretty much over.
he's running back every time you do that too. So
It's like the best case scenario.
yeah.
You can't ask for that. I mean, I'll be honest, that doesn't normally happen. It's like a commercial where it says results are not typical.
Right.
But
Uh,
that's pretty much.
well, I mean, you definitely had enough to hold it, especially if the tank's in siege too. So
Yeah, I
it's
just bring in all of his SUVs.
yeah.
I hate that when they bring all their SUVs.
So yeah, the GG's coming here.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Okay, I think. All right, should be right. Well, any second now, right? I think he's gonna attack once. I think is that right?
I think as soon as he sees my bird lords, it's GG.
Nice.
That was pretty
Alright.
gutsy to try and take that expansion by.
Yeah, that definitely was. But
Yep. There.
that one Ling, was holding the fort at the other one. So
Yeah.
okay.
And there's your GG.
Yeah, there it is. All right, great. No, well, it looks like that was good. That was definitely good. Got a lot of good points there.
Yes.
That map's always fun for countering and things like that. It's a good one. Okay, for you folks just tuning in, we're here with Aurora from Team Legion, and we're doing a spotlight show, so she's walking us through some of her replays and doing some analysis and walking us through just kind of builds and her logic and that kind of thing. And I think we're going to do one more replay, and we'll have her play a couple live games and kind of walk us through those. But we need some live players, guys. So if you guys are a high Master Terran or mid to high Master Terran, how about that? Mid to high Master Terran, jump on the ChanmanV channel, and hopefully you can play against Aurora. And I'd normally try to find some low GM folks, but since we're going to be distracting her with questions and stuff, it'd be obviously a more interesting game with them only being mid to high masters. And but okay, what
I'm
do we?
sure it'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. So yeah, join up, and let me know. Oh, Doji, let's see, Doji's messaging me. Why such high requirements? Well, we want it to be at least competitive. We don't want Aurora just crushing him with the first attack. That
Hi, Doji.
but let everyone play. Okay, but all right, let's get to the third replay. And oh, by the way, guys, if you like what you see, be sure to click the follow button. Follow my stream and follow the Pro Corner show because we always have great guests like Aurora on the show and walking us through stuff, teaching us things, teaching us how to be a better StarCraft 2 player. But
it's my honor to appear on the show.
yeah, well, it's a pleasure having you. Let's do a ZVZ here. I think we have two choices here, and I think the Metalopolis one is worth going over.
Wait, I think they're both on Metal Up.
Are they both?
Talking about?
Oh, no, the gold one. The one with the
Oh,
gold.
oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah, let's go over this one. This one's kind of interesting, and I think people might find it amusing.
Yeah, I think this is kind of fun.
Yeah, it was the first time I saw it, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, bear in mind that this is not a polished thing. So
Right.
I kind of made this up,
Oh, you actually made it up on the fly? Oh, cool.
I've heard other people have done some similar things to this, but
Right. All right, let's go to 2 minutes again.
I've done on occasion I do things like this.
Okay.
Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. When they do work, wow, it's great. But
Yeah, it's good to experiment, right, and see what
yeah,
happens.
yeah, it's especially against a good player. I think this guy was a grandmaster last season, so it's like this may or may not work. So
Right, right.
all right, let's
Okay, here
see.
we go. 2 minutes. Are you there?
Yeah,
Looks like you're gonna 15 hatch here, huh?
yeah. It's usually on Metalopolis if you can scout out if you like positions like this where you can watch each other.
Right,
You can kind of get a feel for. Usually people will go. Hatch first in a situation like this.
right, right,
Because well, obviously they're not going to be six pulling me, or obviously they're not going to be doing this or this. So it's pretty common in my opinion to hatch first in a situation like this.
right, right. Cool. All right, let's get this started then. 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Okay, so 15 hatch, and like, are you planning on doing what? Well, I'm not going to ruin it quite yet, but are you planning on doing it like right now, or?
No,
Okay,
no.
okay. Yeah, so kind of talk us through, like, maybe some of the
All right.
triggers that make you,
Okay. Well, I'm going to look at it like from my perspective, with just the shroud or the shrouds.
Yeah, me too.
I can't really see.
Yeah.
Basically, just pretty standard play. I see what my opponent's doing. Usually I'll do something like this. And I just assume, he's doing the same thing. He's obviously hatch first.
Right.
And, at this point, I feel like we're even, put down your spawning pool, put down your spawning pool, blah, blah, blah.
You went gas first, though, right?
Yeah, I normally, on a map with a ramp like this, I like to delay my gas so I can actually get an extra queen. Or
Okay.
possibly 2 extra queens, because I like to be able to spread the creep. And believe it or not, if you make an extra queen, a lot of times, not only does it help keep you safe from like ling run-bys, if they like go like straight into mass lings,
Right.
but you can actually go and pick off a couple overlords with your queen.
Nice.
And I feel like it's a pretty good investment, just for that extra queen.
I see.
Although obviously there are downsides, you don't get speed as quickly, But I felt like, at this point, it didn't really matter because the ramp right here, I didn't really need to leave my base, for anything special.
Right.
So, I just delayed my gas just a little bit,
What'd you think of that saturation on his main?
Yeah, I was like,
That's crazy, right there.
I usually build a couple of wings, just for scouting purposes.
Right.
And, I'm
Are you
sorry,
con-
I think.
Are you confused at this point at all, or?
Are you at? I'm at 406 right now.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm at 444.
Okay, let me go forward just a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
I am.
Wow.
There.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we're on faster. Is it we're on faster?
That's right.
Okay.
I accidentally hit the plus button while I was talking.
Oh, okay. It's all right.
Yeah. Okay. And my Ling's running into his base at this point.
Okay.
And so everything's normal. I'm like, oh, okay. And I don't see that he has a expansion, and I'm like, oh crap, he's taking the gold.
Right.
I'm like, oh god, I'm at a huge disadvantage. And I've actually seen this twice, recently on this map. Like people.
Yeah, it's pretty
taking the gold.
common. It's
Like,
pretty common now.
I just haven't really been used to this, In the meantime, I'm picking off this overlord with my extra queen, And I'm like, oh crap, he's taking the gold. So I throw down an extra spine, I think I throw down pretty soon. I think I make the decision to throw down a roach ward.
Okay. And why do you decide a roach warren and another spine here?
Because first of all, a lot of times they'll try to put pressure on you with like banelings and just ridiculous things. And I think because I delayed my gas so much, I had all of these extra queens. I could completely block my ramp. There's no way he's going to get his banelings into my base. I have an extra spine crawler. There's no way he's going to do any damage to me. I've already picked off like 1 or 2 overlords.
Right.
I think they've more than paid for themselves. They keep you safe. I normally would not build 2 extra spine crawlers like I did.
Right.
But he's doing the goal. So, I'm about to do my little plan.
Your little plan.
I wanted to try and break down this guy because obviously he has a money advantage over me.
So it's going to be with roaches, though. You're going to go straight to roach.
Yeah.
Okay. No lings, no speed, no.
Yeah, no speedlings,
Yeah.
which is This is not very common. So, but what the heck? It's all in good practice. Good
Right,
fun.
exactly.
All right. As you can see, my 3 spine crawlers are taking a little pilgrimage.
Okay.
To,
Okay, here we go. We're going on a spine crawler trek here.
yeah.
This should be interesting.
Yes.
And-
Okay. For anyone watching, results may vary on this. So yeah.
So I'm
And that's
assuming
kind of
we're
why
walking.
roaches right there.
So we're walking to the gold, right?
Yeah, we're walking to the goal.
Okay. Oh, and lots of Banes here.
Yeah. But I have 4 queens, and they can transfuse each other.
Right.
So.
Oh wow, he blew a lot of this up on like one roach too. There we go.
Alright.
Oh, spine crawlers don't go down very fast.
No, they don't. Especially if you have transfuse.
Exactly.
I think he's kind of panicked at this point. It's like, oh my god, what's going on? And I'm actually picking off Overlord after Overlord.
Oh, I see. Yeah, he's not really supply blocked though, so.
Yeah, I still think it's a good investment. And then this time I'm just reading these 3 spines on the gold. And
Right.
having to pull all of his drones. And I think my queens get there just in time to transfuse all 3 of them or something. Or at least 1.
Right. Those you pretty much
Yeah,
barely even lost. Well, you probably lost only half your roaches too, so it's like
Yeah.
it's pretty much GG. It's pretty cool though. I've never actually seen somebody do it, so.
Yeah, so if you're ever feeling adventurous, you can do something like that.
He actually said the second time in a row somebody's done it to him. Wow.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I thought I messaged him after that. I'm like, I thought I made that up.
Nice, nice. Okay, I'm gonna have to try that one of these days. So go straight to roach into 4 or 3 spines. That interesting. I guess he could have countered. It might have been tough if he would have countered, actually.
Yeah, but
Yeah. He doesn't know it. I mean, he's panicked. He definitely wants to. I think your first instinct is to keep the gold, though. For sure, to defend the gold.
yeah, and he was obviously putting up like a extra hatch, so he was just trying to go like just massling, baneling, or
Right.
something.
Right.
As far as I know, but it worked out. So
All right. Well, those were good replays. Hopefully, you guys got a lot out of it. No, okay. For guys still asking, she's high master. She's number 1 in your master division, right?
yeah,
Is that right?
number 1.
She's number 1, and hopefully she'll get in a GM tomorrow. But we're gonna have you play some games now. A lot of Legion guys in here, Velo and Jim Rising and
Hello,
all you guys. How's everybody doing?
Nice.
Anybody? Do we have any high diamond or mid high diamonds? Or not diamond? I keep saying diamonds. High masters or mid high masters in
Yes,
the channel.
platinum, diamond, whatever. Same.
Platinum. She just easy peasy night. Yeah, we're gonna have Aurora play, but we just need somebody to play against her here. Let me create the game here. What map do you like?
I like pretty much any map. Like I like those MLG maps, like
Okay, that's
Daybreak or Terminus.
all right. How about let's do
Good.
Daybreak, and then maybe
Alright.
maybe the next game we'll have you play one of the newer maps like Carhall or I think Cloud Kingdom. Have you played those maps much? Got a
Cloud
chance?
Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Cool.
do that.
Uh,
I don't know them like the back of my hand, but
Yeah.
I'd love to give it a try. It's no big deal.
okay, that's cool. Yeah. So why don't we do Daybreak first, and let me add you, and let's see if we can get somebody else on here. Okay, let's see if anybody's.
I'm getting shout out requests. Shout out for a giant Smurf. Shout out for Jim Rising.
All right. Yeah. Okay, we have a rank number 4 diamond here.
Diamond?
Chinga Lloyd. Oh boy. But he says I was a okay.
A Chingaloid is
Yeah.
gonna play.
Yeah. Do you know him?
Yeah, he's a Brood War pro Korean player.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, do you want to play him or no?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. Let's just pull him in here.
He's a really good player. I think he's on our team. He's on.
Oh, is
Legion.
he? Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
But he was a Brood War
Pro?
A plus.
Oh wow. Okay, so he's really good. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't
I'll do my
follow
best,
Broodlords
so-
too closely, so
Yeah.
yeah, awesome. Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna have Aurora play through play a couple games for us and walk us through these games, and again, kind of think of it from a standpoint of I guess if you were streaming and you're trying to just kind of walk through, just explain some strategies and stuff to your viewers, and I'll be asking questions like usual. But okay. So how do you like Team Legion with all these people, all the Legion guys watching?
I have absolutely had a blast
Awesome.
playing with Team Legion.
Awesome.
We have really great players. Jim Rising, Avillo, just so many good players. Theory. It has just been an absolute great experience. Learning how to play with such good players, doing clan wars. Getting better, meeting a lot of new people.
Right.
It's just a really good environment, and I have just the utmost respect for Legion and the whole community that they're involved with. So
Awesome. So how often do you practice with all the Legion guys?
like me and Jim, we play ZVZ like pretty often. Like I'll log on and he'll be like, hey, you want to play? Or I'll be like, hey, you want to play? And it's not like on a strict schedule or anything, but we do our best to play with each other. Just whenever we feel like it. And it's I think that's a really good way to practice.
Right.
It's not a lot of pressure. You get good practice, and you have a lot of fun that way. So.
Okay. So starting it up, and let's see, Daybreak. Daybreak's always a fun map. So do you still like to go just the Ling, just heavy Ling in the beginning, in Tester?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, the better question is, do you ever go Muta? I guess that would be a question.
I do.
Okay.
I don't do it as much. I try not to have like only one trick.
Yeah.
Like you only know how to do mech, or you only know how to do this, or I like on ladder I'll practice like a Ling Bane, or Ling Bane Muta kind of thing. But I really, it's kind of depending on what your opponent's doing. Really,
Right.
I kind of have to find out what he's doing, and this is a really big map, so hopefully I can get a good read on what he's doing.
Yeah, that's the problem with this map. Yeah, you usually don't get any kind of info until way later in the game.
Yeah, like I'm probably gonna have to make a Roach Warden just to be sure
Just to be
that he
safe.
doesn't come in with like 50 Hellions.
And there's nothing wrong with it. There's never anything wrong with being safe, right? Like I know other people. I think Slush does the same thing. He just builds a Roach versus Warren just in case that it's like a triple fact build or whatever. So.
Yeah. And just journeying up. I like to do a raid probably on 15 to take my expansion. I'm just gonna do a fast expand. So I probably don't have to worry about any kind of 2 racks unless he's doing something like that.
Right. Changing my I have to remake. I was changing my graphics and now it's like hanging. Yay!
Oh,
Okay, there it goes. Sorry, guys. Leave it to the host to screw everything up.
It's no big deal.
There we go, guys. I'd forgotten I was running on low settings because I always say I run on low when I'm playing, but the shows I usually run at ultra. For you guys, you viewers.
I'm jealous. Running at ultra? Oh, that's awesome.
So for all you guys just tuning in, what we're doing is we're having Aurora from Team Legion play some live games and walking us through play against a teammate. Actually, is this official name Chingaloid?
I'm not sure exactly. He's streaming right now.
Yeah.
I would ask Doji or some of the Legion guys.
Okay.
I don't know him all that well, but I do know he was a
Brood War
A
Pro.
plus Brood War Pro.
Awesome.
He's pretty good.
Well, yeah. I mean,
He's an understatement.
exactly.
I've only played him once before, and it was a good game.
Did you play? So you played Brood Wars too?
No.
Oh, okay.
StarCraft 2 is kind of my first, entry into the whole
Really? First RTS?
gaming scene.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Wow.
So I started off, gold level player, but I just practice all the time since the beta, and I feel like I've improved quite a bit, and I hope to be able to compete at like the highest level. Just keep practicing.
Are you going to be going to all the MLGs this year?
I'm gonna go to as many as I can. I was able to go to MLG Dallas last season,
Oh, wow.
and I was able to go to IPL 3.
Oh,
and
that's fun.
those were some really fun events, especially IPL, because drinking and Starcraft go really well together, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think a lot of people would agree with that.
But yeah, I mean, I just had the utmost respect for the organizers of those events. I think they're really cool, and I would love to be, a part of that.
Right.
The whole scene.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I went to MLG Orlando last year, so that was great too. So
Nice. I was actually gonna go to the MLG Raleigh, but there was like a hurricane going on.
oh,
and,
I remember that. Yeah.
I think we had to cancel our travel plans or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the meantime, I built an extra queen.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed that.
So I can spread creep. I sent out a Zergling. I scouted like 4 Marines. So it kind of makes me wonder exactly what he's doing. 'Cause usually if he's going like straight for a Hellion, you probably wouldn't see Marines out in the middle of the map. But,
Right.
I'm not sure. But I'm going to try sending another wing, maybe find out what's going on. Just keep droning up a little bit. Keep spreading my creep.
Okay.
Pretty much the spot.
So with the I know with the Ling builds, a lot of times the third is really delayed. I mean, I noticed in Tal'Darim you didn't build a macro hatch for your third. You built, on like basically a third base instead. Is that typically what you do?
Yeah, I like to. Sometimes I'll do a macro hatch, but in this situation, I think, based on what I just scouted, I think he's just taking a really, really fast expansion.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I'm going to throw down a Gaming Nest, and I'm going to try to put a little bit of pressure on this guy while I take a third.
Okay. So Bane bust pressure, or?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to try to inflict some damage on this guy.
Okay, awesome.
And
what's the reasoning behind it?
I don't want to let a Terran player get away with being this really greedy.
Okay.
It might have even been like a really, really fast command center. I want to be able to like punish that kind of play a little bit.
Okay, so how many lings do you think you'll build here? It's like you're building a bunch.
One more wave of lings.
Okay.
I just actually got a decent surround on.
Yeah, those 2 Hellions. Yeah, nice.
Hellion.
Nice. Yeah, it looks like about 2 rounds of larvae. That's pretty good.
In the meantime, I think that's probably enough. I'm just going to. Sorry, it's kind of distracting.
That's okay. No, like I was saying before.
At this point, I threw down a macro hatch, and I'm going to just saturate my expansion while I put on this pressure.
Awesome. Oh, looks like good timing here. Oh boy.
I surrounded the siege.
Oh yeah, so it's gonna be lots of damage here. Oh shoot. Overshot there. Oh, so many SCVs dying.
Yeah, and the cool thing about this is it's not even all in. I've been saturating my third.
Right.
I just pick off one more SCV, micro the ones that are low. I completely forced this guy to leave his lift off. I mean, in the meantime, I'm upgrading from my Evo chamber, just droning up. I threw down a macro hatch. I feel like I have a huge advantage at this point.
I mean, you pretty much won, actually. I don't think.
Yeah, if you feel like your opponent's being very, very greedy, there's nothing wrong with trying to take advantage of it. I mean, if you let a Terran, just outgreed you, then it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, kind of skipping corner. I mean, jumping corners and stuff. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with if everybody thinks there's such a bad connotation and stuff. Attacking early like that. Nothing wrong with it whenever they're being like that.
I've kind of slacked a little bit on my creep spreads because I was trying to micro those SCPs and stuff, but I still think it's kind of pretty decent, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm just sticking with my whole upgrade philosophy, you know, going lean bane.
Yeah, so I mean that's a good thing to discuss. Like when you're ahead like this, you just stay on the same plan. Nothing really changes.
Yeah, kind of similar to the previous game that we were watching.
Right.
I don't have to try and, you know, kill this guy right now. I don't have to try and break him down. You know, I can just tech up. I can throw down my infestation pit. I can spread creep. I can take another base. You know, I feel like I'm doing real good at this point.
Right.
I can research Baneling speed. I can research burrow. You know, I feel like I have a whole lot of options right now.
Right. Oh, that's cool. It's great you're so calm about it. Obviously, at this point, it's pretty easy to be calm, probably. But you know, before that, you know, I like how quickly you made that decision to punish him.
Yeah, I think it's good to be decisive.
Yeah.
You know.
Definitely.
I'm just gonna get the extractors on this 5th base, and or 4th base. I'm just journeying it up. I'm gonna start my hive tech pretty soon.
So are you pretty much just waiting for max? Once you get to max, it'll pretty much be go time.
Yeah, I spotted some drops going on.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
obviously gonna try and drop me. It's no big deal. I just put a bunch of spines. I just keep my creep spread going. I should be fine. So I don't think any kind of drop is really gonna be that effective.
Yeah, it's the only thing. It's the only option he has, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some infestors out.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually put down a couple spines here just so they can delay.
Right. What do you think about spores?
Spore crawlers?
I mean, yes, spore crawlers. You know, in bases as kind of drop defense. You know, in tandem.
Against a Terran?
In tandem with spines.
He's dropping. He's dropping me up in the top corner as well.
Yeah.
Well, I've never actually considered using spine crawlers, you know, to defend against a Terran player.
Right.
Or I mean, spore crawlers. But
I mean, it's just one. It's not like cover it with spores, obviously, because they don't kill.
yeah, I guess it might work out just great, you know.
Right. Okay, so it looks like he's coming from the top and from the side,
He doesn't have any upgrades on his units right now, so that's good.
Right.
So he's actually probably going to do some kind of an all-in. He's attacking my queen and my stuff. He's also multi-dropping my base up top.
Right, but you got hit squads and
Yeah, I'm holding on to this guy with my infester.
pretty easily. Like that. So do you have both of those groups hotkeyed separately, or you just kind of place them?
Nah, I'm just
Yeah.
controlling them pretty manually.
Cool.
He's got Marauders, so he's probably anticipating some kind of Ultralisk thing. So
Okay.
I'm gonna throw down Inspire,
Right.
just so I can transition into greater Spire and all that.
Yes.
If the Ultralisks aren't really that effective.
Yeah, that's the beauty of this style is that laying infestor you can go either or. You can pretty much go either branch there.
Yeah, it's I just take another base during all this.
Okay.
I think my adrenal glands will be done soon.
And again, you don't feel like there's any need to attack him at this point. Just be patient and.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it looks like you're.
I was just seeing if he was trying to put down a base over there.
Okay.
Just maybe put a little bit of pressure, get him to build units.
Right.
Yeah, he is trying to take a base. So I have tons of money, so I think I can maybe.
Just sacrifice these lings. Is that the thinking?
I'm gonna try to kill these tanks.
Well, if he's gonna pick up like that.
Just
Oh,
like-
ouch! Like 10 of them right there.
And I burrow some guys under that, so I killed a bunch of SCVs as well as doing that. So I think it was pretty effective.
When did you get burrow? Actually, I didn't notice.
Back when I had back a little bit after I had done the damage to him.
Okay.
Alright, I have Ultraless building right now.
That creep spread is sick.
Thank you. As soon as the Ultras pop, I think I can just sack them into this guy's base.
Okay. Yeah, at this point, you don't even care about about being completely cost. I mean, you don't. It doesn't really matter if you're super cost efficient or not at this point.
I think we're doing pretty decently.
Yeah.
Preferably, I can stop him mining on this base, which would be very nice. But I'm also going to be making broodlords pretty soon, so.
Do you time this attack based on, like, you know, whether your broodlords are impending or if your corruptors are building or anything like that, or is?
I have corruptors on the way,
Okay.
so I should have broodlords pretty quickly as soon as this
Got it.
after this attack. So
I noticed there's not very many Banes here. No need for them? Or,
I didn't think so.
okay.
I just think I killed all of those CVs again,
Ouch.
and I don't even have to attack in. You know, there's no point. I
Yeah.
was attacking my base down there, which is kind of annoying. I'm gonna send my guys back to deal with this. See, the spines are buying me time.
Yeah. Just a little bit of time so he doesn't snipe any important structures.
Yeah. I think it's worked out really well.
Dropping the top too. That's what good turns will do. Still only 1-1, so definitely.
Yeah. Alright, I'm about to probably win, so
About to put the hammer down.
yeah.
Forces are under attack.
Look at all those. How many lanes? Okay, 138 lanes.
Yeah, he's just keeping me off balance just for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's totally okay.
Just to buy a little time. His third's on it. Like you can see, his third doesn't even have anything on it. So. Well, it's gonna be a one-way trip this time around.
Yeah, you can just kill these guys with corruptors.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay, so have you morphed any broods yet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
got
did. A couple of
some.
them. Okay. Yeah, and this will be the end of the game right here.
Yeah, probably. Hopefully, in the game.
I can't imagine him having enough to stop this.
I probably could have killed him earlier, but, you know, I think it's better to be safe than sorry.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Because, you know, you can't ever underestimate, you know, a player, especially a good player like this. You know,
Yeah, I mean, you lose your
so good.
army, and then all of a sudden you lost 2 bases. That's really bad, right? So.
Yeah, it's just not gonna be good for you.
So how many broods is that? That is about 9 broods. Okay.
Yeah, and I have a couple infestors.
Mhm. And a
Yeah,
couple
I-
ultras too. So.
Yeah.
Pretty good army here.
Now I can run in since the tanks are occupied.
Yeah.
The broodlord.
Okay, he's dropping again, but you don't really care because this is going to be the killing blow right here.
Yeah, pretty much.
There, that is nice attack. Nice. Good game.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, let's see if you can play into one more.
All right.
So obviously the key moment was that first Bane bust you had on him. That did so much damage.
Yeah. Like I said, you know, if you feel like they're being greedy, yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with trying to take advantage of, you know, something like that.
Right? Okay, let's try to play a new map this time.
Okay.
Let's play Cloud Kingdom.
Cloud Kingdom.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the jury's still out on that map. You know,
Really?
at first I really liked it, and no, I mean it's certainly a great map, you know, but it just hasn't really been working out for me.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Personally, I always have like the worst luck.
Well, it's I mean, it's pretty easy for both races to get a third. Jim wants to play too. Actually, let me
Jim
invite
Ryan.
him. Let me invite him to the game at least. Jim's a Zerg though, isn't he?
Yeah, and Maker is here.
Yeah.
My crew is here.
Your crew. You practice a lot against Maker, right?
Oh, he's my buddy. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Maybe we can get. Actually, that was a quick one, so maybe we can get another one in after this. It would actually be fun to see you play ZVP once too. Maybe we should.
All right.
Uh-oh. Maybe not.
Yeah, we can do that. Sure.
Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Okay. Again, guys, you guys just tuning in. We're having Aurora from Team Legion play a few games and walk us through her play. She's playing a Terran here, who's a high diamond also. Oh no, high masters also. My goodness, it's like there's something about that I can't say right tonight. But yeah, and Aurora just beat him, so we're gonna have a rematch on this Cloud Kingdom map. So. And if you like what you see on the show, guys, please follow the Twitch stream, follow my Twitch stream, and follow me on Twitter. I update my Twitter with all the show news and who's going to be on next and when VODs are up. So please follow. Okay, let's get the production tab up and just follow you. Okay, so what do you like and what don't you like about this map?
I think it looks really cool. For one, it kind of reminds me of Shakura's. I don't know. I like these
Really?
dark-looking maps. I think they're just cool. I don't really
I
like
see.
how easy it is to fall off. I don't know. Some players will get mad at me saying that, but you know,
You're a Zerg. Of course, you're gonna say that.
obviously, I would like to be able to get into their face very easily. But
Right,
you know,
right.
I think it's a good map for sure, and you know.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to counterattack this map until they get on like a 4th or something like that.
Yeah. Making drones.
Making
I'm
drones.
just
All
gonna
right.
try for a 15 hatch again.
Okay.
I'm gonna send my overlord kind of on a direct path to the edge of the map because a lot of times they will send some Marines and try and
Yeah, that's so annoying.
pick it off if they're really on their toes, and it's very difficult to catch up when you lose an early overlord like that.
Right.
Normally, I'd probably build another drone, but I'm just really not sure what he's going to do on a map like this. So I'm going to try and get my spawning pool out just a little bit faster.
Okay. So, what do you think's been the one thing that's really propelled you, recently? Like what in your play do you think has improved, a little bit
Yeah.
or a lot, to really get you to where you are right now?
Well, just the key factor has just been practicing with really good players. Just working on my nerves. I'm kind of a moody player. Like sometimes I'll play really good. Sometimes I probably won't play as good.
Right.
Just little things like that. I think if you have a good work ethic and you work at it really hard, I think you'll improve. And especially when you're on a good team, like I was able to find Legion, and they're such a great organization. And I feel
Yes.
like just playing with those guys, has really helped me to improve, as a player. Just all my ZVZ, ZVP, just pretty much everything.
Right.
It's been a really positive experience.
It's awesome. Go Team Legion. Okay, so a
It's
couple
just-
lings just to
Yeah,
on the map here.
it's pretty standard. You just get a couple wings out,
Right.
so I can start moving my overlord down, maybe see what's going on. I'm gonna get an extra queen here in a little bit.
Couple Marines there.
I probably shouldn't have let him kill one of my wings, but no big deal. I'm gonna actually try to wrap around and maybe see what he's doing.
You still throw that spine down preemptively?
Yeah,
Okay. I mean, just
I
wanted to
feel
ask
like,
before you do
especially
it.
on this map, you see there's like a nice little choke point. I feel like it can be very effective.
Right.
Oh, he's
There you go.
he's doing something very similar to the last game.
Doesn't learn. Or he's gonna actually have a bigger wall this. Actually, he has a tighter wall this time, right?
Well,
Actually, it's about the same.
you know, I'm going to, like you said, I'm just going to try and put a little bit of pressure. You don't have to all in, you know.
Right.
You just,
Did you think your last attack was all in, or no? Like, would you classify that as more of an all-in-ish type of move, or no?
well, you know, I was saturating a third behind it, you know.
True. True. But is it one of those things where you have to do damage,
Yeah.
like economic damage, not just like killing and trading armies?
The fact that I was journeying up so hard, kind of, if I wouldn't have done it, it probably wouldn't have been as good.
Okay.
But I don't think it was like totally all in. I think it was.
Right.
I think the fact that I did damage really paid off. But
Right. No. Yeah. Agreed.
all right, I'm just gonna have a decent amount of wings. You know, and if you're attacking with wings, you want to have good control. You know, you.
Gotta get that surround, or else they're gonna all burn away. Right.
Yeah. Or if you can like trick them into chasing your guy or something, and then get a nice surround on him.
Gotcha.
That would be real nice. Like this right here, I might be able to. Not able to, unfortunately.
Okay, so where are you? Okay, so now where are you going with the lanes? You're gonna try to bait him out here again? Oh, nice, almost.
His micro is
Too smart.
Pretty good this game.
Yeah. Yeah, killing those Hellions is so huge for you.
Oh, he's
wow.
doing a Marauder Hellion bust. Or
Oh
something.
boy.
He's making lots of Marauders. I'm gonna throw down a couple Spine Crawlers.
Okay.
This is a very
strong.
hard thing
Oh,
to
you
fight
almost got it.
I'm gonna actually have to build some Banelings too.
Okay.
This is very difficult.
Yeah, this is pretty common on a ladder too, so it'll be good to see how you defend.
Yeah.
So just one extra spine? Not anymore?
I built 2 extra spines.
Oh, 2? Okay, great. Oh yeah, I see at the top.
Preferably my creep spread should be better than what it is right now, but his micro this game is pretty good. So, I'm gonna try and take a third.
Wow, okay.
I feel like I have a pretty decent choke point, and remember, it's always good if you can position your Zerglings in a way that they can counterattack.
Right. So you're gonna try to trap him right in that choke, right, from behind.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, he sees you though.
He's got quite a bit of Hellions.
Right. Oh no.
Alright.
Oh, he kept them back though. Or he kept the Marauders back though. Huh?
I feel like I'm doing okay. Definitely not as commanding of a position as the last game, but I feel like I'm still doing okay. He's got a considerable amount of. All right, here he
Here
comes.
he comes. Here's the attack. So you got some roaches coming out. All right, it's interesting to watch the engagement here.
I will try to hold this off.
Just being patient, letting the spines do as much damage as possible, right?
Yeah.
And now you're going in, okay. Nice. Now your roaches should be able to hold the rest, right?
Yeah, I think.
Nice.
I think I can hold this.
Like the patience, like the patience.
Alright, I can just start saturating my third.
Right.
I can start doing my upgrades.
So do you feel behind here, or
I feel
ahead,
like
or even?
after that attack, we might have evened out a little bit.
Okay.
I would have liked to had a layer by now and other things, but
Right. But you're not dead, so it's all good. Right.
oh, he's coming after me with a lot more.
Oh, yeah. Looks like 8 more Hellions there.
He's pretty intense on making Hellions.
Yeah, it gives him map control. It's definitely nice.
This does.
go. This Roach should keep you safe for a little bit. So are you suspecting a mech kind of play, or just still not sure?
Not sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and sack something into his base and find out what he's doing. So after he went to Marauders, you know, I suspect it's gonna be like tank
Oh,
or
that's true.
something. But
That's true. Yeah, he doesn't quite have the gas that he would normally have.
oh, he's taking a third.
Oh wow. Oh wow, it's saturated too.
This is interesting. I'm gonna try and put a little bit of pressure on this.
Our forces are under attack. Mutation.
Wow.
Nice little concave.
Oh, you got the Marines though in the right spot. Oh, nice!
Alright, I feel like this
Wow.
is a pretty big success.
That was huge for you. That at least evened out the economics of it all. And he doesn't quite have a big enough army to like just instantly come and attack you either, right? So that was really nice.
Yeah, I think I'm doing pretty decently.
You're gonna continue to stay on Roachling.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna start down an infestor pit. I think
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, sorry. I almost lost you guys. Shoot. Little pause there. Sorry about that, guys.
I gotta hand it to him. His Hellion control is pretty good.
Okay, so he's pressuring.
I'm gonna try
He's
and
doing a run by.
counter into his
Okay,
base.
nice. Oh,
He's
so
got-
good. No, it's almost got in.
Our forces.
Oh, I got a lot of Banes there. Oh, nice around. Oh, that would have been so good. There it is. You got it eventually. That was great timing on the Lings running back. So you're double expanding here. Nice. You just
I really need more extractors.
right to really yeah get to that next tech.
Yeah.
Our forces are under attack.
So when you see the Marauders, you're still just thinking Baneling just to even
Yeah,
Maybe kill those.
I see medevacs, marauders.
yeah.
He's not upgrading his units very well.
Oh wow, nice.
You
Unsiege.
always gotta
Oh, that's
move in
huge.
before they have a chance to siege up.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's your best bet.
Right. Let's see what you do here. Oh, you're just gonna go after it. Cool. Okay, now you turn around. Nice. So
Yeah.
good.
I should have adrenal glands going pretty soon.
Right.
Enough energy.
Yeah, you really love just the straight Lings, huh? You do really
Yeah,
well
I
with
feel
them.
like it's pretty viable. And
Yeah.
I was defending, you know, a lot of Hellions and stuff earlier, but
Right.
he's
Right.
dropping my other base. But
Yeah. It's a nice scout there. Oh, this is the ledge. It's kind of annoying, yeah, on this map.
Oh god, I hate that shit.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, looks like he's pushing at the same time, but you got some stuff there though, like the
Yeah, I have an
infested for sure.
infested.
Oh my goodness, one fungal boom.
It's dropping into my. Just hit a bunch of banelings.
Our forces are under
He's got a few guys there. Wow, he just dropped in like 4 places there.
Yeah, it's okay though. You're
Yeah.
still doing pretty decently.
Haven't lost anything yet, except for future rounds. That's it. Well, it's testing your multitasking. You're doing a pretty good job. Wow,
Thank you.
it's nice. I mean, he literally attacked in 5 different places there. That's
He got a lot of. He did some damage. Not as
some,
much.
but yeah, but he just lost like 5 small armies. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I also have adrenal glands about finished. I'm gonna throw down an ultra done too. So.
nice.
Alright, he's attacking. There's some good damage.
Ah, so good. Oh, just bangs one of those rooms. Nice.
Metamorphosis complete.
Okay, oops, sorry,
Should be
production
able to-
tab. She's still heading to ultras,
Yeah.
even with the marauders, like him showing marauders.
I see that he's switched pretty much out of Marauder.
Oh, true,
from
to
what I can
tank
tell.
marine, right? Got it.
Yeah.
So how many infestors do you think you'll build?
I'm running pretty low on minerals. I'll do some. Let's see here. He's attacking the ledge again.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's actually dropping in your line.
Alright, I have ultraless buildings. So
Awesome.
I'm spreading creep where he normally counters attacks. So.
Right. I get you got two. You got your army segmented. That's really good.
He's dropping my natural expansion right now.
Is he? Oh yeah, there he is.
But I had a pretty big upgrade advantage. But
Yeah, he's catching up.
fire.
I don't think so. Alright, yeah, the drops have been minimal. I mean, the damages are minimal.
I'm just making a maxed out army in the meantime. So.
Right. Yeah, it's like this is the part of the game that gets all, you know, it gets pretty tenuous because you just have to be defending these constantly. And then when you hit that max, when you hit that max, you should be able to hammer them here.
Yeah,
Mutation.
Do you leave any units back for, you know, in case he drops again when you do this?
I don't think he's got enough right now to do something like that. So I'm gonna take out this big.
Here we go. Wow, that's a lot of tanks. But, oh, you're going to get to them all, though.
Alright, I think this worked out really well.
Nice, yeah. You killing about 12 tanks is pretty darn good. And still have your ultras. Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
He's dropping my
Oh,
base.
double drop there. Triple drop there. Oh, my God. That's not going to die easily.
Is under attack.
No, it's not gonna die easy at all. I'll try to go clean it up though.
Yeah, I kind of have to, I think. Yeah, that kind of evened things out there.
I think I'm still ahead, to be honest. Especially since I killed this up.
Okay.
Our forces.
It's not for sure though. So.
I just wasn't sure since you lost your pool, but does that play any? Wow, he says, never mind. I mean, I'm not gonna ask you anything right now.
He's got really good multitasking
Yes,
skills.
he's a brood war
Yes, he
player.
got that in Brood War.
Yeah.
He's dropped his attack. Oh, he's attacking so much. Alright.
God, it's crazy.
Alright, I have my Greater Spire on its way.
And you're thinking broodlords because of the tanks that he showed last
Yeah.
time? Okay.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh boy, this is rough.
You wanted just a nice, relaxing game.
Oh yeah, this is just so relaxing. Alright, he's trying to push out, but it's
Oh, that's nice that you saw that though.
Our forces
That one Marine is just ultimate harasser.
Alright, I think once my Broodlords come out, I think it should be pretty decisive.
Okay.
Um,
All right. And you'll push into that fourth again, or?
yeah.
Okay.
our forces are under attack. Our forces
Oh, he's over there too.
I'm gonna try and loop around and kill that with some Zerg.
You gonna morph him, or?
No,
Okay.
I think I can pick this off with Zerg. It's dropping me.
mineral field depleted.
Oh, you gonna get it? Yes, nice. And you're gonna get all those too. Nice.
Alright, I'm sending in my Broodlords.
Our forces
Okay.
are under attack.
Hopefully this attack will do good.
Our forces are under the hive cluster is under attack.
All right. Seems like this is it right here. Okay. Are you gonna go back? Okay. Not sure if you're going back to clean that up or
The
not.
hive cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Oh, they're naked.
Our forces are under attack.
It's okay. He didn't have quite enough.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Feeling a little like base trade here.
Our forces are under attack.
This looks like I have a pretty decent advantage.
Cluster is under attack. The hive cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Damn those ridges. Well, you got the broods though for him at least. Oh no, you're looking pretty good.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Oh, he's got ghosts now. They're all dying though.
Our forces are under attack.
Ghosts sound so cool when they die.
Oh, that's a good sound.
Oh, what are those units doing? Oh no.
Oh no.
Are under attack. Our drones are under attack.
You have a pool? Yeah, you do. Okay, good. You're still in good shape.
Our forces
As long as you have a pool and a bane nest, you're in good shape. Pretty much. Two hatches in the middle of the map. Gotta love that.
This is rough.
No, this is an impressive game though. Serious multitasking in this game.
Transfuse.
I just lost it.
God, I hate these bridges. Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. That's the one thing about this map is so abusable.
forces are under attack.
This is- Alright, I think.
I mean, you shouldn't be able to mine. Nice. GG. Wow, that was a great
Oh
game.
God, I'm exhausted.
I bet you are. It's exhausting watching that. Oh man.
That's what I get for playing a Brood War player.
But awesome game. Wow, that was great.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But yeah, so like, defending all those drops, I mean, it is obviously you're segmenting your army just constantly, right? and just sending them to each base,
Yeah.
pretty much. I mean,
Yeah, kind of like how a Protoss would defend against muta pressure.
Right.
They like put stalkers here, stalkers here.
Mhm.
You know, it's kind of good to do that as Zerg when you're facing multi-drops, if you're doing that style of play. Whereas if you had like mutas, you could use those to try and pick off the
right.
dropships. But in this style of play, you know, you spread your creep, you segment your army, and
Awesome.
there you go.
No, that was that was amazing. So how often do you look at the minimap?
Oh, I'd say I almost look at the mini map more than I look at the actual map.
Oh, see, that's awesome to know, man.
You need to, if you're playing this kind of, if you're playing like this, you have to be aware of drops. I mean, if you're not like going back and forth, you're
Right.
going to be in a lot of trouble.
Right. No, that's awesome. Amazing. That's good stuff. Hopefully you guys, you know, she's obviously an awesome player, guys, and hopefully you guys will, you know, be a fan of Aurora's after the show.
Thank you guys, I appreciate that.
So at this time, I think what we'll do, I think we just, you know, this will be the end of the analysis and gameplay.
All right.
And I think we're going to take some questions. So probably should have told the viewers earlier, but we're going to do Q&A with Aurora, and it'd be great if you guys called in via Skype. Just add my Skype ID, guys, to ChanmanV, and I will call you. And the actual Skype windows will get, or the XSplit windows will get a little messed up here, so I'll have to adjust them while it's happening. But everybody's asking why your camera's so bright, but it's her camera. Her camera is just it's just bright. That's just all it is. So
I live in a parallel universe.
yeah, she's an Archon, like
Right.
you guys were saying. Yes, we're gonna do after party after this, guys. So prepare for that too. But we're taking questions now. So guys, call them in. If you can't call them in, then actually just ask them through the stream chat for now. Twitter would be nice too, but I just prefer you guys just follow me on Twitter versus asking them right now, since we have Aurora here. So go ahead and ask your questions on stream and call them in if you'd like to ask them live. All right, actually we've got a live person here. John Clark. John Clark's called in before. Let's have him. I forget if he's a troller or not. Hopefully he's not a troller. All right, I'll fix the windows in a second, guys. I know the window's messed up. John, you there? Hello? Oh, no, he's not there yet.
Oh, is he the CSN John?
Oh, yeah, he is. What am I talking about? Yeah, you're right.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he is a good guy. I've been trying to talk to him about getting Violet on the show.
Oh, nice.
John.
Testing. Hey, how are you?
How's it going, John?
Great. Hold on, let me turn I was actually in a meeting when you called.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't actually expecting someone to call me.
Oh, I thought you were calling in for questions.
Well, yeah, I was going to call in, but all of a sudden I saw that someone was calling me.
Awesome.
Hey, by the way, this is a good show.
Oh, I'm glad. Dude, I want to get Violet on the show, so.
And I'm telling you, I'm working on it.
Yeah, I know. Andrew, I know
if-
Andrew, and you guys are so busy, so it's all
Yeah.
good.
He's very, very busy.
Yeah.
Actually, Violet leaves Thursday which is disappointing news for anyone who tune in to watch him play on Thursday. He actually has to leave to
What?
head to the MLG event, so he will not be he won't be in our event this Thursday.
Right. Oh, but he'll be kicking some butt in MLG, so it's all good.
Oh, geez, I sure hope so.
Yeah.
It's awesome to be able to find a player, and I know for most of the people that are in the community already,
Right.
it's awesome to be able to find a player that you can kind of latch on, and it becomes like real sports.
Right, exactly. But, John, yeah, do you have a question for Aurora here?
Yeah, do you have any interesting tournaments coming up lately? Like, let's say in 3 days or something.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I was fortunate enough to be invited to play in the CSN Rundown. I believe that's the name of it.
Yeah,
And
that
I am very, very excited to participate in the CSN, and I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, unfortunately, I just want to tell you, not unfortunate, but it could be, even without Violet, because I do have one person in mind that may take its place, but there are a lot of good players going to be in this one. A lot of good players in this one. So
So that's kind of my motto. If you win, awesome. If you lose, take a look at the replay, learn from it.
Exactly.
Just enjoy the experience. Get better, and then you beat them next time.
That's a great
Right.
outlook.
Yeah, and I have a question actually, and this is, I think, a good question for you. Is of the players, and I'll name them off. Which would be the player that you'd like most to meet in the first round?
Okay.
Dude, I hear some tournament fixing here. What's going on here?
No, that's. I do want you to know the only two people that ever get seeded in the rundown are the winners from the last two event. So after I seed those two, I randomize the rest, and it's been some pretty interesting matchups before. But we've got good game. That's the name of the team. Demon. So you may not know some of these guys. NMX FGL. I don't know who that is either. But this NMX clan, they're fairly new and they put up some good players. There's Sleep, check 6 Sleep. Ender.
Sleep's good. Mm-hmm.
Violet will be replaced. It could end up being, it could be like DDE or I'm working on maybe QXC. I've also put it out to Destiny to see if he wants to replace him. Gosu STX, and he's a good player. He's played in a couple of these. Yourself, and then Boyo. I think that's how you say it.
Boyo.
That's cool. I've played Boyo. I played Boyo on the ladder before. I think he's pretty good. I played QXC a couple times. I really enjoy playing QXC. He's a good player.
Yeah, he is.
I've done really good, but that's just the ladder, and I know tournaments are completely different. But it'd be just a great honor, to play against any good player like that, But I'm just very, very excited.
Good. Well, it's shows like this, and we hope that it's also events like the Rundown. But it shows like this really, I think, are great for the community to highlight some of the players that maybe don't get the exposures that some of the others do. They don't have the Twitter followers or sell the T-shirts or pimp themselves all over the place. This is good that this is going on.
Yeah, it's just that's obviously one of the goals of this show is kind of mixing in the kind of big name players, obviously for people to be entertained for, but also trying to spotlight some of these folks that don't get the attention they should. Like Aurora is one of them for sure. There's a lot of other female gamers that get more attention than you that aren't as good as you, right? So I'd like to help with that, obviously, and
thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah, so that's just one of the goals of the show too.
Right. It compliments on you for not making it just about her being a female. I've been listening and watching, and it's great that's not what the focus is about, because she's a very good player.
Oh yeah,
that's what it should be about. So as we saw by the little show matches that we're on, so it's good.
No, she's an amazing player. Yeah, definitely.
StarCraft
playing is StarCraft playing. When it comes down to it, but
it's kind of my motto.
Yeah,
I'm just a StarCraft player. That's what I do.
Exactly.
Good.
That's who I am.
All right, John. Thanks for the call, buddy. Hopefully, I'll talk to you soon. But
keep it up.
Later. All right, that was fun.
Nice guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He definitely is.
Big shout out to the CSN guys.
Yeah. So I guess apparently Scan or Chingaloid's asking if he's good enough to be a pro gamer. He's so funny.
He's a very awesome player. He would switch over from Brood War. A couple months ago.
Right.
And he's already reached like a really high level at StarCraft 2. You absolutely have to give it up for him. He's a really good player. So.
Exactly. Okay, guys. Any more questions? Call in. Skype me at ChanmanV, and I will call you. Any others? Okay, here we go. We got a question from Neorosis. How much do you practice each day, each week?
I try to practice every day. Sometimes I take it easy, like on our weekends. We'll go watch a movie. Watch Netflix. Eat some pizza, take a break. But usually I'll practice quite a bit. I think yesterday I played probably 20 games on ladder or something. And normally I don't play that much, but I'll definitely try to play, like 10 ladder games, and I'll try to practice some with my teammates, maybe playing a clan war. That's pretty much my routine, look over some replays and just get better that way.
Awesome. Let's see. We got another question from. Let's see. What is that? Leah Treman or Leah Treman? When do you usually start teching upgrades for lings like +1 melee in a ZVT?
I'm kind of like I have like an internal clock like built into my head, so I kind of have a feeling of when I'm supposed to do it. I'm not exactly sure on the exact timing. We could open up the replay and find out.
Right.
But usually, like after I have my second bait or my expansion saturated, I have a good feel of what's going on. And then I'll throw up, my evolution chambers. I'll probably start like +1 melee before I start Carapace. But I'll eventually just switch over to like double Evo chambers and just go straight into ultras later on. So
Right.
if I can, if the game calls for that.
Right. Awesome. Okay. Vice Conroy has one of my mods has a question. What are your goals for this year?
Like I said, I know ladder is just ladder. It doesn't really mean much, but I hope to be able to take one of the grandmaster spots tomorrow. But it's just ladder. I know people like get in there with only one gameplay. Like I don't know how they do it, so it doesn't really matter. But other than that, it's just my goal to just improve as a player. Hopefully compete in some of these live events. Just my ultimate goal is to one day be able to play. At the international level.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just keep practicing until I reach that point.
So would you go to Korea if you had the opportunity to?
Oh yeah, I definitely would look into something like that.
Awesome.
I'm all about improving as a player. Obviously, I think you want to be like the top on your server, like in North America, before you would want to switch over to like another,
Right.
Like to Korea. But it's eventually, definitely, just improve over time. It's kind of my motto.
Awesome. Let's see. Oh, why did you pick the Zerg race by Jim? Jim
I
picks
think
that.
they're really cool.
You don't like wins, is what he said.
I understand
Yeah.
that other races might have advantages that Zerg does not, but I like how mobile they are. I like how cool they are. I like how fast you can move over the map. I like counterattacking. I like doing all kinds of things like that. And they're just cool. I just love Zerg. And Terran, in my opinion, is boring. Like you play Command and Conquer or something.
Right.
Every game has a Terran, in my opinion.
Right.
And not every game has a Zerg. So, I just think they're kind of a unique race, I guess.
Right.
So that's why I play them.
Awesome. Okay, a question from, I guess it's combination question between, who is it? Between Mexican and somebody else asking basically who your favorite pro player is, or who do you model your play after?
I don't really have a favorite player per se. Like I said, I don't really watch a lot of players' streams. But I do have a lot of respect for a lot of players. I played Slush a few times. I think he's a really good player. I've watched Chef his stream a couple times, and I just have the utmost respect for people like that. Just really good players. Just all kinds of things like that. But as far as just an absolute favorite player who I try to model my game on, I don't really have anything like that. So.
Awesome. Okay, looks like Scan Chingaloid's calling here, so let's see what he has to say.
Oh gosh. All right.
Have you talked to him before, right?
I've never actually talked to him.
Oh, really? Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Hello? Oh, no, he's not there yet. Sorry.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
I'm doing alright.
Thanks for the games, bud.
No problem.
You have a question?
Yes, I have a question. It's kind of like personal question.
Uh-oh.
You know that? Is it okay to ask?
Sure, I guess. It hasn't stopped anybody else from asking these questions before. Go ahead. What's up? Hello?
So basically, I was a pro gamer in Starcraft Brood War.
Okay.
And now I'm like playing Starcraft 2, and I've been like playing Starcraft 2 for 6 weeks. And
Wow,
I'm thinking,
that's it?
I'm thinking that Starcraft 2 is like a lot of tournaments and has a lot of money on it. So I'm like thinking about that I should become a StarCraft 2 pro gamer or not.
Oh, so you're trying to decide whether or not?
Yeah, so I want to hear like other people's opinion. Like, if I become StarCraft 2 pro gamer, then what would be good and what's gonna be bad?
I think StarCraft 2 has a really good community. I think like the IPL, the MLGs. I didn't play Brood War, but I didn't think they had that kind of support for that game like we do in StarCraft 2. And there's all kinds of awesome shows like this one, and the CSN, and just so many online events. And I just think the community for StarCraft 2 is just really awesome. And I mean, if you wanted to be a pro StarCraft 2 player, more power to you. I mean, I don't think there's ever been a better time to be a pro gamer than now. So
Yeah, I think I would agree too. I think I feel like just to be honest, I think the community and I think or just the tournaments and the backing. The money's obviously been going up the last year, right? I mean, there's more and more tournaments now. Like every day you look at the streams and there's just something else for viewers to watch now. But I will say that it seems like the people playing on BattleNet has gone down, right? I mean, there was some stat recently that showed like, a year ago there were probably like 2 million people playing, and then it's down to like 400, 500K now, right? So obviously that's going to change, and Heart of the Swarm will obviously kind of inject a boost of energy back into it. But right now I think it's a pretty interesting point. I mean, if you saw a lot of the MLG stuff recently, right, with Sundance coming on live at 3 and having to defend basically while he's charging and stuff. I mean, you can kind of see that it's kind of it's a real important moment for StarCraft and esports right now. So like I don't know. I mean, my advice would be like if you really love the game, then and that's what you want to do, then I think you should do it. I mean, you should go for what you want that makes you happy, right? So, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of ways that instead of you don't have to win tournaments to make money right now in StarCraft. There's a lot of show matches you can do, or little tournaments you can play, streaming. Yeah, there's a lot of other opportunities that you can
I
do.
stream too.
Yeah, streaming's always it's nice, but unless you have a crazy popular stream, it's not super lucrative. So
yeah, that's my problem. I'll stream for a couple hours. I'll get like 2 or 3 followers.
Yeah.
3 followers here, 3 followers here. It just takes forever to build. A bunch of fans. I have some really awesome people who come like every time I turn my stream on.
Right.
But I mean, if you had like a huge amount of followers, I mean, you could probably make a decent amount of money from it.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what you're interested in.
So I mean, you were an A+ player in Brood War. I mean, you obviously had the talent. Where do you live, by the way?
California.
Okay, you live in America, so I mean, this is there's a lot of opportunity here. I feel like I mean, look what Violet's done. With the help of with the help of John and Andrew and them. I mean, he's come over and he's just just destroying it with a completely different model, right? And I mean, you obviously have only been playing the game for 6 weeks, and you're pretty darn good already. So I mean, I can't imagine if you played another 6 months what you'd be like. So.
Besides playing ladder.
Just practice with teammates. You just look over replays. Maybe have someone observing. Your game. You just get a second opinion. It's like even if you don't think you're doing something wrong, and someone else can watch. Maybe give you a second opinion on what's going on.
Okay, Tyler has a question for you. Oh, sorry. Let me see. Well, actually, we should probably finish this call first. sorry.
All right.
But
yeah, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Thanks for the question.
Okay.
Yeah, take it easy. Okay, we got a question from Tyler. I'm not sure if he wanted to call in or not, but guys, obviously, you guys follow her stream here. Let's link your stream.
All right, it's twitch.tv/Aurora7.
Aurora7.
Number 7.
There you go. You definitely follow that stream and catch her when she's.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be streaming this week. I've been taking a little break just to practice on some games for Kind of Make Game, but I'm definitely gonna be streaming here pretty soon.
Awesome. All right, let's call Tyler here. Let's see what he's got to say here.
Okay, so I'm just curious
Okay.
because a lot of the time I like to watch streams of Zerg players like LZ Gamer and stuff just to learn more information on how I should play and habits to learn. But I play around 4 games a day. I don't know if it's better to play more or watch and learn.
It's a combination of both. It depends. I mean, if you play a lot of games, you'll eventually, become a good player. You play 100 games, you'll work on your mechanics and stuff. And once you have your fundamentals down, like, injecting creep, watching your mini map and stuff, once you have all that, totally learned, just from practicing, then you can like really benefit from watching, LZ Gamer, or you watch Seth, because he'll be like, oh, well, you put your overlord over their gas, and then you know what's coming, or you look over here and this will tell you this and that. But first you work on your fundamentals by practicing, and then you can really learn a lot from watching, a really high end player like that.
Okay, thanks for your advice.
Yeah.
I'll take it in well.
All right, thanks for your question, Tyler.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, why don't we take a couple more questions and then we'll start doing some plugs or shout outs. Let's see. Oh, somebody's asking, are you planning on playing the next Zoe Davina tournament?
I'd love to. Someone asked if I was interested in the last one, but I never actually got like an invite.
Oh, really?
I never was actually invited by the people. So, maybe they'll send me an invite, maybe they won't. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully they will. It would be awesome. But other than that, I'm really interested in any tournament, whether it be that or MLG or IPL. I can't wait for IPL 4.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just here to compete. That's just my motto. No matter what it is, I'm just here to do my best.
Right. Okay, let's see. Any other questions? 2 more questions, guys. Let me see here. And again, if you enjoy the show, definitely click the follow button for to follow my stream, and follow me on Twitter, of course. I update Twitter a lot with just the latest news on the show, and when I have VODs up, and who I have upcoming guests. Okay, let's see. Anything else? Yes, there will be an after party afterwards, guys. We're gonna play some 4v4s. Just maybe 3 games of 4v4 after this, and I think Aurora's gonna play a couple or one or 2.
Sure, why not?
Don't have to. It's just
Yeah, I'll play a game.
cool. Okay. Well, okay. I don't think there's any more questions. So why don't we do some shout outs here?
All right. I'll give a shout out to my teammates, Team Legion. Just the awesome people there. Jim, Darigas, Arlock, just my other friends, Smurf. Big shout out to Maker, Showtime, just lots of friends. Shout out to my boyfriend, Sean. And I think that'll pretty much do.
Awesome. Again, I definitely appreciate you being on the show, and it's been really great. And again, guys, I wanted to get Aurora on the show because I wanted. I just felt like not enough people know about you, so I, definitely spread the word. She's obviously an awesome player. I mean, just the replays and the live games we just saw. I mean, it's clear that she's, one of the best, if not the best, in a Zerg female, that's for sure.
And one more shout out for Nianyo, he's my super fan. He comes to my stream, and I just have the utmost respect for him. So thank you.
Awesome. And let's see, I also wanted to give a shout out to my mods. My mods are always great, helping me out with the show. Peon, Conquer, Bites, Conroy, Trio, Tech Starcraft. Those guys always do awesome work for the show, and they volunteer, and it's greatly appreciated. Also, wanted to give a shout out to Seraphim, who is a guy who makes overlays for the community for free, and he's made my overlays here. So, just to check out some of these overlays here, like he just made for me like this past week, and great guy. This guy right here, Seraphim MC. Once you link your thread, Andy, and hopefully more of you guys can check out his work because that's what's great about this community. Everybody's just helping each other out, and need more guys like that in the community. He's a great guy. So hopefully we'll get to see some more of his work. But I think that's about it. The VODs will be up, guys, later tonight or earlier this morning, and my next show. Well, we're gonna do an after party here, but I just want to give you a heads up on the next show. Next show is Thursday, and we have Nurchio and Machine on Thursday to do kind of a Zerg show. So that should be pretty fun too. We're just continuing Zerg. I swear we're just having like a ton of Zerg shows in a row. So lots of Zerg love here. But yeah. But anyways, we're gonna do an after party 4v4. Guys, start joining the ChanmanV channel. I'm just gonna start picking random people here, and we'll get this party started. Let me